Hi children, in last class we have learnt up to the classical definition of the probability. Now in this class we are going to learn properties of probability and the distance probability and area probability. Now let us start with properties of probability of an event. Among those, the first property is 0 less than or equals to P of A less than or equal to 1. 0 less than or equals to P of A less than or equal to 1. Let number of possible outcomes in a random experiment be n. That means n be the total number of possible outcomes. And I am defining A be an event and favorable cases to event A be m. Clearly we have 0 less than or equals to m less than or equal to n because of n is total cases. Among them some cases are favorable to event A, so that m is always less than or equal to n. 0 less than or equals to m is less than or equal to n. From the classical definition of the probability, P of A is equal to m by n. Now observe, divide throughout this inequality by n, then 0 less than or equal to m by n less than or equal to 1 implies that 0 less than or equals to what is m by n? M by n is nothing but the probability of A. Therefore 0 less than or equals to P of A less than or equal to 1. Therefore probability of an event always lies between 0 and 1. Sometimes it takes 0, sometimes it takes 1. Therefore the range of the probability of an event is closed interval 0 to 1. Closed interval, that means P of A belongs to closed interval 0 to 1. This is very important to note. If P of A equals to 0, P of A is equal to 0, that means the probability of getting an event A is equal to 0. Then the event A is said to be impossible event. That means whenever P of A equals to 0, the favorable cases to the event A is nothing but 0. Then that event A is said to be impossible event. Again come to the second one. If P of A is equal to 1, if P of A is equal to 1, then the event A is said to be certain event. These 2 points are very important and we may get these two in problems. That's why need to learn these two events. P of A equals to 1 means, and here the favorable cases to the A is nothing but the total number of cases. Now see this example. When a die is rolled, it should be a fair die. That means it has 6 faces and numbered 1 to 6. Each face is number 1 and other face, first face number 1, second face number 2, like that. Fair die. We can call that is as the fair die. When a fair die is rolled, getting a number greater than 6, only we have up to 6, 1 to 6 only there, greater than 6. Now such event, how many favorable cases are there? 0. That's why the probability of this event is equal to 0, so that this event is impossible event, greater than 6. We cannot get greater than 6 when a die is rolled. When a fair die is rolled, we cannot get a number greater than 6. Now see the second one. Getting a number less than or equal to 6. Less than or equal to 6. I am defining the event as getting a number less than or equals to 6. All numbers in a fair die, all numbers are less than or equals to 6 only. That's why here the favorable cases to this event is equal to total number of cases. Therefore, P of A is equal to 1 in this case. P of A is equals to favorable cases to A by total number of cases. Here less than or equals to 6 means all numbers are less than or equals to 6 in a Faraday. That's why favorable cases to A is equal to 6 and total cases is also 6. Therefore, P of A is equals to 6 by 6. The probability of this event is equals to 6 by 6. That's why this event, what I define here, is a certain event. This is the second property of probability of an event. P of A plus P of A bar is equal to 1. And what is A bar? Let us see. Let S be the sample space of a random experiment and N of S is equal to N. Let us take like that, N of S is equal to N. That means total number of outcomes in that experiment is equal to N. I am defining an event such that the favorable cases to A is equal to M, that is N of A equals to M. Here I am taking sample space S and an event A, and total number of elements in sample space is equals to N, and total number of elements in event A is equals to, that means the favorable cases to event A is equal to M. Then you can say, by the classical definition of the probability, P of A is equal to M by N very clearly. Now let us define what is A bar. A bar denotes an event of non-occurrence of the event A. Non-occurrence. If the A bar denotes an event non-occurrence of event A, then N of A bar. What are the favorable cases to A bar then? The favorable cases to A bar is equal to N minus M. Because of M cases are favorable to A, total number of cases are N. If you subtract M from the N, then we will get total number of favorable cases to event A bar. The event A bar is nothing but the non-occurrence of the event A. That means non-happening of event A. Therefore, favorable cases to A bar is equal to N minus M. Then what is the probability of that A bar? P of A bar is equal to the favorable cases to A bar by total number of cases, which is equal to, by simplification, 1 minus M by N, we will get it. M by N is nothing but P of A. Therefore, 1 minus P of A, we will get it. Therefore, finally, P of A plus P of A bar is equal to 1. Again, the second property of the probability of an event is P of A plus P of A bar is equal to 1. A denotes an event, A bar denotes the non-occurrence of event A. We are going to learn another subtopic of the probability. Children, if you observe, sometimes it is not possible to count the outcomes of a random experiment. If the outcome is every number between two numbers, otherwise outcome belongs to some open interval, then it is not possible to count the outcomes. Otherwise, outcome belongs to every point in a part of the number line. Then in such cases, and the classical definition of the probability need to be extended as distance probability. How the distance probability is defined? The distance probability is defined as distance favorable to some event E by total distance in which outcome can lie. Again, I repeat, distance probability is equal to distance favorable to event E by total distance in which outcome can lie. Now, let us see this distance probability with this example. Okay, children, see this. In a musical chair game, the person playing the music has been advised to stop the music at any time within 2 minutes after one starts the playing. What is the probability that the music will stop within first of minute after starting? And what did you observe, children? Here not possible to count the outcomes because of all outcomes are lying on the number line from 0 to 2, all outcomes, and the favorable outcomes are lying on the from 0 to half only, so that here the classical definition cannot apply and it extension form of the distance probability can be applied. Let us see its solution by applying the distance probability. Children, let us see the solution of the problem depending on distance probability. See the solution. Here the possible outcome is every number between 0 and 2, and you can see that is in number line also 0 to 2, and here every outcome lies between 0 and 2. Now I am defining E, an event that the music is stopped within first half minute, so that the favorable outcome is every number between 0 and half. Therefore, according to the formula of the distance probability of an event, we have the favorable distance to the event E is 1 by 2, and the total distance of the event is of the random experiment is 2, then which is equal to 1 by 4. Children, sometimes outcome of a random experiment is every point in some region. In such cases, the classical definition of the probability further extended to the area probability. The area probability is defined as area favorable to E by total area. The area probability is defined as area favorable to E by total area. Let us see the area probability with an example. A missing helicopter is reported to have crashed somewhere in the rectangular region as shown in the figure. And see this figure, this is the rectangular region, and an helicopter is reported to have crashed in this region whose length is 9 kilometers and the breadth is 4.5 kilometers. Now the requirement is what is the probability that it crashed inside the lake shown in the figure, and we can observe lake also inside in it. Children, let us see the solution of this problem. First of all, you have to find the area of the entire region where the helicopter can crash, which is equal to 4.5 into 9, which is equal to 40.5 kilometer square. Now area of the lake and is equal to 2.5 into 3, and lake length and breadth are 2.5 and 3. That's why 2.5 into 3 is equal to 7.5 kilometer square. Now we have to find probability of helicopter crashed in the lake is equal to area favorable to event by total area. Here what is the area favorable to this event? 7.5 by total area is nothing but 40.5, which is equal to 75 by 405, which is equal to, finally its final simplification is 5 by 27. Let us do some problems. See this problem. One card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting a king of red color and a face card. Here two problems we have to find. Getting a king of red color, the probability of getting a king of red color and getting a face card, the probability of getting a face card. Now see the first part. Clearly the number of elements in the sample space is equal to 52. Total 52 cards are there. Now I am defining event E is as getting a king of red color. And how many king of red color cards are there? 2. N of E equals to 2. Therefore the favorable cases to the event E is 2. Therefore, and what is the probability of E? E means getting a king of red color. Probability of E is equal to N of E by N of S. N of E is equal to 2, N of S is equal to 52, which is equal to 1 by 26. Now come to the second part. Here also N of S is equal to 52 only. Now I am defining A, an event getting a face card. How many face cards are there? Each suit has 3 face cards. Totally 4 suits are there. That's why total face cards are 12. N of A equals to 12. These 12 are favorable cases to the event A. Therefore, probability of A is equal to N of A by N of S, which is equal to 12 by 52 equal to 3 by 13 by simplification. Let us see another example. A box contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. One marble is taken out of the box at random. What is the probability that the marble taken out will be red, white and not green? Now let us see the solution. Total marbles is equal to 5 plus 8 plus 4, which is equal to 17. Now see, I am taking the event R is getting red. N of R is equal to 5, that is the total red balls is equal to 5. Therefore, the probability of getting red is equal to P of R is equal to N of R by N of S, which is equal to 5 by 17. Now come to the second part. Here I am taking W is an event getting white marble. N of W, which is equal to number of white marbles, is equal to 8. P of W is equal to the probability of getting white marble is equal to N of W by N of S, which is equal to 8 by 17. Now come to the third part. G, I am denoting G as an event that getting green. N of G is equal to 4. P of G is equal to 4 by 17 because of total number of green marbles are 4 and total number of marbles are 17. That's why P of G is equal to 4 by 17. Actually the requirement is the probability of not getting green marble. So that we have the formula. Before we have learned that formula, that is P of G bar plus P of G is equal to 1 if G bar denotes getting not green. That's why using that formula we can able to find P of G bar is equal to 1 minus P of G, which is equal to 1 minus 4 by 17, which is equal to 13 by 17 is the required probability. Children, let us see one more problem related to the cards. See this problem. One card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Find the probability that the card will be a number card, not be a number card. Now see the solution. Clearly N of S is equal to 52. Total cards are 52. Now I am defining event A as drawing a number card. Now N of A is equal to how many number cards are there? And we have 4 suits. Each suit has 9 numbered cards, so that 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, which is equal to 36 cards, number cards are there. Now the probability of getting a number card is equal to n of a by n of s, which is equal to 36 by 52. By simplification we get 9 by 13 is the probability of getting a number card. Now come to the second part. Here I am taking a bar for denoting the drawing card is not a number card, so that we have one formula, p of a plus p of a bar is equal to 1. Using that we can get directly p of a bar equals to 1 minus p of a. Already we got the p of a value as 9 by 13. Replace there, 1 minus 9 by 13 is equal to 4 by 13 is the probability of getting a card which is not a number card. See the example. A lot of 20 bulbs contain 4 defective ones. One bulb is drawn at random from the lot. What is the probability that this bulb is defective one, and also find the probability that the bulb is good. Now see the solution. Clearly n of s is equals to 20. Total bulbs are 20. Now I am defining event A as drawing a defective bulb. Now how many defective bulbs are there? 4. Therefore n of a is equal to 4. Now the probability of getting defective bulb is equal to p of a is equal to n of a by n of s, which is equal to 4 by 20 is equal to 1 by 5. Now see the second part of this problem. Here a bar denotes getting good bulb, not a defective bulb, that is nothing but getting good bulb. Now we have one formula, p of a plus p of a bar is equal to 1. Now make a subject p of a bar, then p of a bar equals to 1 minus p of a. Already we got the value of the p of a as 1 by 5. Replace p of a by 1 by 5, we will get the 1 minus 1 by 5 is equal to 4 by 5. Therefore the probability of getting good bulb is equal to 4 by 5. Let us revise the total topic of probability. We have started our lesson with random experiment. What is meant by random experiment? Random experiment is nothing but an experiment which can be conducted any number of times under essential and similar conditions, and there is a set of outcomes associated with it, and the result is not certain, and is any one of the possible outcomes is called random experiment. And after that, what is meant by simple event or elementary event? Simple event is nothing but every possible outcome of a single trial of a random experiment is called simple event. Now the next term is sample space. The set of all possible outcomes in a random experiment is called sample space. After that, mixed event. The combination of two or more elementary events is said to be mixed event. Equally likely events. Two or more events are said to be equally likely events if there is no reason to expect one of them to happen in preference to others. Now come to the next one, exhaustive events. E1, E2, E3 and so on, En events are said to be exhaustive events if E1 union, E2 union and so on union En is equal to sample space. Now come to the mutually exclusive events. Two or more events are said to be mutually exclusive events if the occurrence of one event prevents the occurrence of the remaining events. Now come to the using these 7 we are going to define the classical definition of the probability. And what is the classical definition of the probability? If a random experiment results n, x has 2 mutually exclusive and equally likely events, and m of them are favorable to an event A, then the probability of A is defined as m by n. That is known as the classical definition of the probability. Classical definition of the probability is the favorable cases to the event by total number of cases. After that, sometimes it is not possible to count all the outcomes in a random experiment. In such cases, this classical definition need to be extended to distance probability, and also sometimes with area probability we can solve the problems. Thank you.